but that should probably be our cue that we should get rolling. Because I think this is that wasn't intentional, but I guess it just worked out.
Bow, 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 bow.
As long as it's at the
This
speed
song
of
is pretty
light.
catchy. Yeah. So, hey everybody, welcome to Wednesday Night Racing here at Let's Racing Time. I guess it is our premiere Sega race. We're racing Sonic 1. So it's this, not as people will see, it's a 16:9 ratio. This means we're doing this PC port, I guess, that Buttface or somebody found. So,
I did.
Blow Major found it. Perfect. So, I mean, it's nice. We got our first, actually, I think it's our first 16:9 stream as well, which is okay. You know, I think the layout works out pretty good. So I am your host, Kefka Floyd, and I'm not playing tonight. I'll be giving the non-Sonic fans side of the, I mean, I like Sonic. Don't get me wrong. It's just I was not a Sega fanboy or whatever back in the day. As always, I'm bringing you what else but delicious Worcester's own Polar Seltzer. And today we've actually got something new and special. I mean, we all know it's St. Patrick's Day, right? And you would expect, hey, Polar, have you done a St. Patrick's Day flavor? And the answer is no, they have not. However, it just so happens that I have a special flavor here tonight. It comes in a different label than usual. And it's called Polar Flavor Number 100. On the label, it says, to mark our 100th recipe, we crafted this starry small batch to celebrate all of the other dreamers out there. Keep shooting for the stars. Best enjoyed in the dark. Cheers. And the flavor itself says, the taste of sunny citrus and strawberry in orbit around sparkling starfruit. So I've not cracked this open yet. So I'm going to do a little bob here.
Ah, that's a
And,
good sound.
So some good Foley in there. Give it the old whiff. Smells pretty good. Time to pull the Popinski and give it a chug.
I'm the one holding a bottle. Speaking of soda Popinski.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
What's the flavor? What does it taste like? Give us
I mean-
tasty notes, Dan.
I can definitely taste the strawberry. You know, it says, I mean, there's like 3 flavors, like the citrus, strawberry, starfruit. I mean, there's definitely things going on in there. I mean, I think the strawberry is the most prominent flavor. When it comes to citrus, I mean, I'm not really getting like any orange or lime or other notes out of it, but I've never actually eaten a starfruit. I've only had like starfruit candy.
Yeah.
So I can't really give much of a thought on what starfruit tastes like. So whatever. But I mean, hey, it's pretty good. I'd enjoy it. I would put it in my regular rotation if such a thing came up. I think it definitely is better than the Valentine's flavor. I mean, that champagne flavor one wasn't bad, but the other one, the peach one, that was a thumbs down for me. Sorry, McLean. I'm not a peach person. Just how it is, you know. When it comes to princesses, I'm all about Rosalina, not Peach. And when it comes to this,
Daisy.
I mean, everybody likes what they likes, okay? But you know, I'm just saying this is where my stuff falls into place.
McLean, you can't say that in person. They execute people in Georgia when they besmirch peaches.
I don't know. I mean, he still drinks his Coca-Cola, so they give him a pass on that one. It's like, I guess in Georgia you get a 2 out of 3.
He lives in Atlanta. There's only 2 streets. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Peachtree. That's it. That's the whole Atlanta is those 2.
There are so many peach streets in Atlanta.
Everything is Peachtree in Atlanta.
Yeah, like I said, he's got 2 out of 3 there. So let's co-commentating with me tonight is none other than our favorite whiskey drinking Southern friend, the Wizard of Whiskey himself, Mr. Bob the Elder.
Thank you, Dan, providing color. I am indeed your favorite whiskey drinking Southern friend, Bob the Elder, the one with the charming accent. Chunksy the dog is here like normal. I have my own sweet tea, and as I am a proper Scots Irish descent Southerner, I have Irish whiskey tonight. I went and bought one. This is Ryder's Tears. It's a very highly recommended Irish whiskey distilled by Walsh Distillery in Carlow. This is a copper pot distilled, so this one's kind of unique in that this is done in a single. This is a single pot still instead of like a large thumper keg, and it is a single malt Irish whiskey, which there is such thing. That just means it's made out of barley and only one specific type of barley. So this one, yeah, it's distilled entirely out of barley in traditional copper pot stills. Of course, Irish whiskey is triple distilled. It's it's aged and matured in flame charred bourbon barrels as well. That's one thing they like to do with scotches and Irish whiskeys, is they like to buy old bourbon barrels from Jack Daniel's and other places and use them as their finishing. This actually, interestingly, gives tasting notes on the back of the bottle, and the nose. You smelled it. The nose says that it's got strong hints of apple, or strong smell of apple with vanilla and honey. I can't get the vanilla and the honey, but yeah, you can definitely smell the apple. Like, it's got a very strong taste with it. So let's see. It's supposed to have the taste. It's supposed to have it's supposed to be butterscotch and a burst of ginger, with the oak as the background. So let's find out. Sláinte is sail, Aaron go bra. That's very good, and you can definitely taste the butterscotch. Like, I'm not really getting the ginger so much, which is good because I'm not a big ginger fan. But I definitely get the butterscotch with it, and then the oak is in the finish.
Too bad.
So
it's
yeah,
not a
I'd highly
Scotch
recommend.
butterscotch.
I would very highly recommend. This is solid. Writer's Tears, Copper Pot Distilled.
Too bad it's not a Scotch butterscotch.
A Scotch butterscotch. I'm sure there probably is one. Scotch butterscotch. Butters Scotch.
Butterscotch. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh god.
Let's get to our racers here. So, starting in our upper half, we've got another favorite Southern friend of ours. They may call Alabama the Crimson Tide, but we call him Deacon Blues. He's our good friend Blah Major. Welcome aboard, Blah Major.
Hey y'all, Blah Major here, and I am joined by Boney the Chihuahua, who is asleep on the Snorlax beanbag.
You're definitely leaving him alone.
Yes, definitely leaving him alone. And tonight I am continuing my healthy streak with some ice cold, delicious water.
We got to get you on the seltzer train, man.
As soon as they sell it down here.
You can get it on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about spending like $30 on a 12-pack.
I'm sure you can get cheaper than that. But anyway, last but not least, down in the lower half of the screen, I'm not sure if he likes poutine because he's not from that part of Canada, but I bet he still chugs a gallon of maple syrup every day. He's our other good friend, Not a Buttface.
Hello, hello, hello. So for today, again, because it is St. Patrick's Day, I have not picked up any Irish whiskey or even any beer. I don't have any beer in the house, so
No
I'm
Guinness?
just going
For
to drink.
shame.
I know.
For shame.
I had the last Guinness when I made some gumbo the other day. That's where that went.
This week, so I mean,
Yeah. So tonight I am just going to crack open a tiny little 222 milliliter can of Canada Dry tonic water.
Oh, we have competition, Dan.
Now the tasting notes on the back of my bottle here say recyclable, refund where applicable. All right. Yep.
My bottle
That's
says.
my intro.
Actually, do they have bottle deposits in Canadian provinces?
I would assume so.
Well, I mean, do they take a nickel or whatever when you buy your beverage containers?
I do believe that there's a recyclable tax applied to that, and then I just drop all my bottles off at the bottle depot, or cans, as it were.
Indeed. See, I've been thinking about this lately. It's like, okay, I forget when they introduced that in Massachusetts. I remember when we first started doing deposits. I want to say that must have been either late 80s or early 90s. And that's when they introduced it as a nickel then. And that was 30 years ago. And I guess to keep up with inflation, that nickel really should be more like a dime now.
Right.
Of course, what gets me is every time, like, I go to the store, I have like given that I buy 7 bottles of these a week, every 3 weeks it turns out being like $2 worth of deposits. I did it this weekend. When I went to Wegmans and I brought all my bottles with me, I put them in the thing. cashed them out. Like, great, I got my receipt for $2 worth of deposits. I go do my shopping, and I'm at the register. And ever since we started doing the pandemic, I've been doing zero contact. Like, I've been using my watch to, pay or something else. I don't go dig in my wallet or whatever. And I driving back home, and I still have in my wallet the freaking thing from the $2. Oh, I do it every freaking time. Anyway, enough about that. It's time for some supersonic racing, as it's playing in the background here. So, gentlemen, what are the modes that we're doing tonight? Like, give me the rundown on how it's going to go.
All right, so this dude made a engine for Master System games, and he's made the Sonic 1 Master System, the Sonic 2 Master System remakes of it. So it takes that game, and they added some like canceled or cut stages to it. So we've got, in addition to what you may be familiar with if you played the classic game, we've got also Marble Zone, which was a cut zone, and Spring Yard Zone, which I think the creator just entirely made up, and it's pretty well done. This also adds Tails, Knuckles, Mighty, and Ray as playable characters. We're going to be playing on the remake mode, which has all of the stages, and it's just a little bit longer. And we'll be playing as Tails because his flight makes for a nice, easy breezy romp through the game.
It lets you skip like 3 levels.
Okay.
The platforming can be somewhat treacherous if you're playing as Sonic. I wasn't sure how many people I could get to play a Sonic game for Let's Racing Time to begin with. But we might revisit it one day with Sonic as our player.
Okay. I've been distracted. I was like, you know what I don't have a Sonic logo, and I should rectify that. But we can rectify that while we're racing. So, what's our button to start? Is it just whatever button you have programmed, or?
I think so. On a keyboard, it would be space.
Okay. And I guess to win is, defeat Eggman / Robotnik.
I think we would call time when the screen fades after chasing Robotnik.
Okay. As long as I know where to call time, that's all I care about. So I'm gonna count.
You'll have a little bit of time after the final hit on the final boss.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna count it down with 3, 2, 1, go, and then you guys will be off. So, counting it down. 3, 2, 1, go. And they're off.
Hey, look at that. It's Green Hill Zone. What do you know? So I'm not a big Sonic fan to start with. This is Blau Major's baby. And I can't think of the number of Sonic games I've actually beaten, or 2D Sonic games, that is. I'm the young guy of the group, so I did grow up with 3D Sonic.
Okay.
And I have beaten the adventure game, and I think that's about it for Sonic games I have beaten. Well, I'm already dead.
Oh,
wow.
Did you die in the same place I did?
Yeah, probably. Did you just
y'all
die?
Y'all did. Y'all both
did.
just died in the exact same spot, oddly enough.
I accidentally took the lower route.
Yep. So that was my thing. Was like this was Blau Major's baby, and this game I really, really like. This is a good Sonic game with one major flaw that you can already see happening. Your screen is centered way too low.
Oh yeah, like every time you jump, you can't see any part of the screen. Yeah,
I can't see the bottom of the screen. I don't know where I'm landing, and that's a problem with Sonic and with Tails. Tails flies constantly, but even with Sonic, you will never jump to your full jump height and be able to see where you're landing. If they had actually centered the screen in the center of the screen, that would not be a problem.
Yeah, you've got an awful lot of sky there. You're not kidding on that. I wouldn't have noticed it so much if you hadn't said it.
It is a real problem for later stages of the game, and without it, like if there was just a option to recenter the screen properly, I want to get up there, and you're not letting me.
I was gonna say, what the hell is that, Blau Major?
That was a special stage. A common thing in Sonic is going into these weird realities
Thank you.
called special stages where you collect Chaos Emeralds.
That's right, because you need to be supersonic.
And that's actually one of the changes in this remake, because in the original Sonic 1 Master System or Game Gear version, I played the Game Gear version personally. Don't recommend it. The screen's way too small. But in the original, you got Chaos Emeralds by finding a monitor within the normal stage that had a Chaos Emerald on it.
Ah, okay.
And these stages are generally quite different from their Sonic 1 counterparts. Like the second stage
totally
that we're in, the second stage that we're in right now is this like waterfall stage where you normally have to like climb up it, which is not something that really Sonic has ever done with like a vertical scrolling stage. They're always
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would say that would seem to kind of defeat the purpose of Sonic. Like, to me, the purpose of Sonic is hold right and go really fast.
Well, hold right and hope you don't die.
Yeah, basically, that's a good way to put it. That seems
Sonic
to be
games do have verticality to them traditionally. One of the common tropes is that the upper path is usually the better path in Sonic games.
I don't know if you guys picked up on that one. That was my 6 o'clock alarm for when I would normally be waking up.
It didn't go off.
Good.
I gotta tell you, McLean, what you said about the rider steers is that's very accurate to me. That works really well. It's it's only 80 proof, so there's not much smoke, and there's definitely not any heat to it. But it's a very clean taste, and it's very straightforward. Like, I'm terrible at picking out the flavors. Like, I taste them, but like, I'll be damned if I know what it is. Like, if this hadn't told me that was apple, I probably wouldn't have picked up the apple. But I can totally smell it now. Like, I'm bad at identifying them.
I gotta say, I'm actually surprised with Buttface's complaint. I thought he was going to say something like the obvious traps in the one level where you're like escaping a ship that's blowing up, or I don't know, like the vertical scroller stage.
I love the vertical scroller stage. That's awesome. No, that vertical scroller stage is awesome because it's unlike anything else in Sonic.
He went with a complaint that I have literally never heard about a Sonic game before, but it's a valid complaint.
As I say, he's pretty right on it.
I don't think I've seen it in another Sonic game before. It's just this one where the jump arc, or rather the height that the screen centers itself is super, super low. Like, lower than I've seen in almost any other platformer.
Was that an extra life?
That's fair.
Buttface? When you got the Tails emblem?
Yeah, it's not an emblem. Or on the end
it was
screen.
like a sign. Yeah, it was like there was a sign. You hit a sign and it had a picture of Tails.
No, that's what you get when you finish a level.
No, it was before you finished the level.
Then that would be a computer monitor, and because all of the power-ups in Sonic are computer monitors for no good reason.
Okay, I would never have got a computer monitor out of what those are, but fair enough.
That's an old CRT.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can I please get the ups? I need some ups, my dude.
Was that just the thing that got you to the special stage then? Because I missed what sent you there earlier.
Yeah,
I would call them TVs.
When you have 50 rings and you reach the goalpost.
I would call them TVs. I agree with McLean. They look far more like TVs to me, or or billboards. But they have like Blah Major just got it. It had whatever he just got. It had an emblem of Tails on a picture of Tails on it.
That's a free guy.
Okay. Oh right, this game also has auto scrollers, which is the worst thing to put into a Sonic game. But
why would you put an auto scroller into a Sonic game?
Well, the auto scroller in this one, I think is pretty good, but the one that they put in Sonic Forces is pretty awful.
So this one is how similar is this remake to the original Sonic game? Because this is a remake of Master System Sonic, right?
The stages are mostly the same. If there's any changes to the existing stages, I haven't played my Game Gear one enough to recognize them. Obviously, aside from them removing the Chaos Emerald monitor.
Bob, the thing that I just picked up there on my screen was a continue computer monitor. Or
The one that had the down arrow. I was wondering
Yeah.
what that was. Okay.
I didn't realize those were your continue
You
points
just
on my first
paused.
playthrough.
That's a checkpoint.
just-
There,
Yeah,
there is.
he's
Sorry.
paused. But faces. He's
Oh.
not.
Oh,
Did Discord go?
Yeah. Dan might
God.
have to refresh you.
Yep, I'm gonna refresh him.
I can see your
Refreshing.
mouse moving. I can see.
Womp womp. I screwed that up. Technical difficulties, folks.
because in the special stages there are actually continue monitors.
I did not know that.
All right, he's back. I gotta fix this.
Okay. I mean,
Alright,
if
I
they're still
paused.
playing, y'all could go on.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
they're-
have to
I
wait
mean,
on them.
yeah.
I think.
It's a
As long
problem on
as
my end. You guys just carry on.
Yeah, y'all just keep
Oh,
going.
okay.
Okay. I'm in a special stage right now, so I can't really just slow down. Slowing down in a Sonic game is not really something it lets you do.
Yeah, we're having real McLean. We're having real issues being able to capture butt faces screens. So it's Yeah, it's
I'm
having
bringing
to be
I'm bringing
smart.
the computer hate today. I'm terribly sorry.
like he's actually having to stream it to Discord, and Dan's trying to capture it from the screen share.
Yeah.
Now everybody's looking at Discord chat because I'm trying to pop this out to do it properly.
And Discord screen shares a little ballsish.
Bless you, Dan, and your hosting ability. We are. God damn it!
Oh, that sounds like good things happening for me.
The dumbest things happened on my screen that none of you caught, so I don't have to explain myself. Oh my god, I'm so mad at myself.
I require explanation.
Did you miss
Okay. No. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, now we're missing it. It's like we're missing all the good stuff.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
getting the butt
seeing
face
it.
salt.
Oh,
damn,
I'm
we're just-
so
we're
mad
just
at
making a
myself.
note, Yeah.
Okay,
Look at
what
my
I
screen.
did was I beat Robotnik's
There we
whatever
go.
second stage I'm fighting him on.
Yeah.
And then I was doing my little duck thing that I do in Mario and in Sonic. I just instinctively hammer on the down button while I'm waiting for cutscenes to finish.
Why?
And I don't know, it's just something I've always done as a kid. You know, it makes your character duck. And then when I went to jump to get to the platform where I needed to get to, I spin dashed off the edge and into the water and died and had to redo the boss after I'd already beaten him.
Oh man,
Because I'm a moron.
Moron.
You know what
Yeah, there's some-
Streamlabs needs? It needs aligner tools. Like in Illustrator and Photoshop and InDesign, they have a bunch of tools where you can highlight objects and then say, okay, distribute all these objects or align them up, down, left, right based on their whatever active corner or side of the trim box you have, and distribute them or whatever. And Streamlabs has none of it, and it would make my life a lot easier if it did.
Oh,
Do you know what else? Do you know what else has none of it, Dan?
wholeheartedly.
What's that?
Canada.
No, Canada has Photoshop. They
No,
can do it.
Canada has none of it.
Photoshop is illegal in Canada. Is that what you're saying?
No, the territory, none of it.
Oh, none of it. Oh, you horrible pun. For shame.
Nice.
I didn't know it was pronounced none of it.
None of it, Nunavut. I've heard it, none of it.
I would have said Nunavut probably, but I've heard both. Yeah, none of it. Or I would have. Yeah, I might have said none of it. None of. Now my accent's coming out.
Let it fly, Bob. Let it fly.
I mean, your accent's always coming out.
I know, but trying to say that is making it even worse. It's like none of it.
Now I don't actually know where to go in this stupid zone.
Just
What? This
work
just
your way
doesn't
down and
seem-
around.
This doesn't seem like something it should be in a Sonic game. Like
This was
making
in
you-
Sonic 1.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
this
this-
stage wasn't in the original Master System version. It was a zone that got cut. That
Yeah.
The person that remade it has tried to remake. I think it's actually really well done for a fan-made stage.
This would be a
Oh.
great stage again if I could see the bottom of the screen every time I jumped.
Yeah, I agree. Also,
Yeah.
like in a different type of platformer, or in an actual platformer, it would, but in a game predicated on going really, really, the whole gist is that you go super fast. It doesn't really seem to fit.
Yeah, it's funny. The only screen complaints that I've ever heard with Sonic games is that you can't see far enough in front of you.
McLean agrees, Dan, and he's also 100% correct.
So Sega
Yeah.
experiences, Sonic experiences. So what I can say is I never owned a Sega console as a kid. Never, except for being at a friend's house, never actually played Sonic. But you're damn right I watched Sonic Saturday Morning and even Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I watched.
Steve Urkel
both
did a
of
good
them.
job at Sonic. We're
He
just
will-
we're clear on that, right?
He
I
did.
never knew it was Jaleel White. That blows my mind.
He's
I'd have
got
to go
that
back and look.
perfect smarminess, yet like the way he plays Sonic is that Sonic is constantly projecting. Okay, he's clearly, a guy who is putting on a front of, being cool to hide his, insecurity or whatever. And he perfectly nails it.
USA had a good run of that. They had a really good. They had that Sonic one, the more serious one. They had a really good Street Fighter 2 show. They had a good Mortal Kombat show.
There is an
and
episode
they
of
even
that
had a pretty good Wing Command. They actually had a pretty good Wing Commander show. Too.
There is an episode of that Street Fighter show on YouTube. And I have not seen any of that show
Well,
in like years.
I went the wrong way.
And
aha.
I remember it being good. Yeah, I don't know where you're supposed to go there, Bob Major. That's goofy.
The other way.
not
Apparently.
there.
There.
Speaking of that,
I remember really liking it. I actually really liked the Mortal Kombat one, and I wasn't a big
Mortal
Kombat
Kombat
guy.
I thought was decent, yeah.
Yeah, I liked the Street Fighter one a lot. I mean, so the problem with the Street Fighter one is you're permanently colored by the
God damn it.
90s by the incredibly good 90s animated movie that came with the anniversary collection. That was just so superior. It colors any other thinking you have on it. Wow, that's impressive there, Blind Major. You're invincible. Okay.
Well, you paid me the compliment and then I messed it up.
Well, maybe next time I won't pay you compliments. I'll just be like,
I
Blind
don't-
Major sucks.
He really,
Alabama
really
fan,
sucks.
blah 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 blah, something.
I like the reference, Dan.
Fuck shit.
What did he say? Fuck shit. Oh,
Game
my
over.
face.
Oh, man.
Game over.
That's the first time I've seen a game over in this game.
Yeah.
Hey,
Blind
race-
Major hadn't done it yet either.
I'm getting
Oh, you
close.
gotta do the whole. Oh man, you lost time there. You do the whole stage again.
Is it the whole zone or just the act?
Oh no, not as much as I thought. Okay.
Well, it's because it doesn't give you any life in these boss battles. God damn it.
Well,
Got to do them all one hit.
Ow. Wow, that's rough.
missed out on the emerald for that stage.
Yeah, that is rough.
That is what it is.
Yeah,
got a
one of the
little-
limitations of the Master System games was obviously with sprite limitations of your 8-bit consoles. They couldn't have the rings just spew out of you when you get hit.
Yeah, this is yeah, you're having to do little Mario strats. That one Podoboo that keeps coming up at you is what's killed you every time.
Yep. You were talking about Sonic experiences as a kid. So I said I'd only ever beaten the 3D ones, but I grew up with Genesis in the house. I didn't have Nintendo systems. So it was Sonic 2, 3, and 3D Blast was where I spent most of my time.
Oh man,
Yeah, oof, it's rough.
I was that kid that had a Genesis and a Super Nintendo.
I also have more love for Genesis Aladdin than I do for the.
Not as the Super Nintendo one is better.
I
Isn't that
acknowledge that it's better. I said I have more love
That's
for the
fair.
Genesis version.
I
I
never
think they
get.
both have their charms.
Yeah, I thought like there was some controversy on that. Which is the one you actually have the sword?
The
That's
Genesis
Genesis.
one.
See, I thought Genesis was the one that most people think is the better version.
A lot of people do. I think it's,
It's
pretty
better
evenly-
animated. That's the only thing you can say.
Oh, it's also got actual music from the movie.
Yeah,
No,
I'm taking
the
it.
Super Nintendo one has music from the movie.
It's got like
Thank
2
you, Chris.
songs. The Genesis version, like every stage has a movie song.
Well, if the Genesis version has better music, it's the only Genesis game that has better music. Super Nintendo largely outstripped it with its superior technology.
Oh, I love the bass sound and the drums in Genesis games. They've got some just absolutely wild, like finger picking and slap bass sound that I can't get enough of.
Oh, I don't think it's bad. I'm just like if
Oh,
we're
man.
talking in terms of, if we're talking in sheer in terms of sheer technology.
I like how Brick Road described the Genesis sound font. It's farty.
The Genesis
is
does not
party.
use a sound font. It is a. Am I gonna have to school you guys on synthesizers again?
Do it.
I mean, Dan, you're the only you're going to be the only one with the background to do it, so you might as well take
The
a deep breath and
Genesis
do it.
uses an OPL3
Dude.
analog synthesizer. Not use a sound font. There are
No, it is.
I'm sorry, I don't know the difference.
A sound font is a sample. Okay? And technically, a sound font is something that was created by Creative Labs. Not all sample libraries are sound fonts. But, anyway. But,
So,
go ahead.
yeah, so Dan, just explaining a sound font. A sound font is like a sample of a waveform that you then pitch shift up and down, correct?
It's more complicated. You can do that without using sound font. But
But then a synthesizer, you're literally just generating waveforms and applying like Fourier transformations on them.
kind of. It's really complicated. There's multiple kinds of synthesizers. There's multiple kinds of samplers. But the main thing is that what the Genesis uses is an analog. Well, I say analog. It's a synthesizer, FM
God.
synth. That is very
Really?
hurtful right there, not a butt face. That shouldn't have been
Oh,
death.
really?
Oh
That
no,
was a
this
different death.
scrolling screen here.
Yeah.
Bottom of screen is death.
Yeah.
I
that-
love this level in a Sonic game. It's such a unique, like, feel to it.
I don't feel like any of these levels should be in a Sonic game. I think they didn't really know what they were. I'm starting to get the impression. So you want to talk Sonic
We're
experiences?
starting
My
to think
literal
Sonic isn't a
only-
very good game here.
My literal only experience with Sonic games are I never owned a Sega system. Technically, I do have one of those Genesis consoles with all the games in it, you know, like the re-released little minis or whatever. But I don't have the power cable for it. I need to actually try to find a power cable.
Yeah, and you don't have the good one, quote unquote.
Probably not. I was free, so I didn't pay
Yeah,
for it.
you got one of the older At Games ones that lets you actually plug cartridges into it.
Yeah, yeah, you can put cartridges in it. So technically, I have that, but so I had a friend that had two friends that had a Genesis, and I would only play it when I was over at their house. And I never played a Sonic game with them. The only Sonic I played is my cousin that lived next to me growing up had a Game Gear, and we had Sonic 2 and Tails Adventure. And of the two of them, the only one that I put any significant time in was Tails Adventure. But this
Tails
game is just what I remember of Sonic 2. This game is drastically different from it, like in almost every way, shape, form, or fashion.
Which Sonic 2 are you comparing it to?
It was a game. It was just Sonic. It was just plain Sonic 2 on Game Gear, if I remember right.
Yeah. Well, Sonic 2 on Game Gear is probably the single hardest Sonic game.
Oh, it was balls hard. Yeah.
Like, the first boss stops most people.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we got pretty into it, but we didn't know where it was. Like, I played Tails Adventure. I liked Tails Adventure for the, like, getting all the items and shit like that. So I played it more. I wasn't as big into straight platformers back then.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
See, I would say that this Sonic game feels a lot closer to a Mario-style platformer with its more emphasis on going slower and methodically, not having all those different upper and lower routes, and the vertical scrolling stages.
Ooh, did you hear that? That one was close. That was a heck of a thunderclap. It's really starting to come down worse now. Yeah, that's my feeling on it exactly. Is that I think, or what was I say? I feel like this is much more wannabe Mario.
Well, I
I feel
mean,
like
well,
y'all are
I
doing
wanna be
yourselves a
playing it
big.
more.
Yeah,
You gotta
this
consider
this feels much more like a Mario game than it does a Sonic game.
You gotta consider this was made after the Genesis games, first of all, but on less powerful hardware.
Yeah, on
So
a
this
handheld.
this wasn't. I thought this was Sonic 1.
This is the Master System version of Sonic 1. The Master System was Sega's 8-bit console that...
Yeah, I know, but is this
I know
not the
everything.
original Sonic game?
No. The Genesis,
Okay, so this is where I'm confused at. So this came after all of that, and they still made these decisions after they were established what Sonic was? That is weird. I thought they just hacked these other characters into it.
Was this after Sonic 2 or before Sonic 2?
the other characters were added as part of this remake. Normally you can only play as Sonic. But I think this was made after Sonic 2. I'm not sure. It might have been before.
At any rate, it was before Sonic 3.
Oh yeah,
That I am sure of. And which zone did they completely add in here? Is it this Scrap Brain Zone or Spring Yard Zone?
Spring Yard Zone, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I am, and it's all new content, and I think that this guy did a very good job. Not knowing that it wasn't in the original, I just lost all the ring.
Oh no.
Right at the end.
Oh, wow.
Right at the end.
The one hit
Right at
takes
the end.
all of your rings out?
That's how Sonic work.
My favorite thing about this stage is that he managed to make it feel like the Genesis version of Spring Yard Zone when it is, in fact, not at all the Genesis version.
No, not even close. So yeah, like I have played all of the 2D Sonic games for the Genesis. I just never beat them all as a kid because they're not particularly easy games, and Sonic isn't a particularly good platformer to start with.
Mm-hmm.
But this might be my favorite like 2D Sonic game, like just straight up.
Believe it or not, this is not actually my favorite Master System Sonic game.
No, you were saying the sequel is a lot better.
No, I was not saying the sequel was a lot better. I said it's a lot harder.
Thought you said
There was a third game on the Master System, Sonic Chaos. I love that game dearly.
This is why I'm getting so confused on it, because you keep saying Master System, and I'm like, I thought they had quit making Master Systems games by the time Genesis came out. I thought they
Master System has never been halted production. It is the longest living console of all time.
See, I thought they completely quit making Master System
It
games
is
after
still
Genesis
being
came out.
produced in Brazil today.
Well, I know the Genesis is like the most popular console in Brazil.
No, the
Like-
Master System is.
That doesn't match what I've heard in the numbers I've seen, because I've seen like the sales numbers for Genesis, and they still go through the roof. Genesis, what would be the plural of Genesis?
Probably called Mega Drive there.
Yeah.
Genesis.
I'm not sure whether it's Mega Drive there or not. I think Mega Drive is almost exclusively Europe.
I thought Genesis was just exclusively North America.
No, I think it's the whole this side of. I think it's both continents.
Because I know
In
Japan
Europe,
called
it's the Mega
Drive
Drive.
as well.
Yeah, I think in.
Like Genesis is a, you
Oh,
know,
God.
American.
Farts.
Farty
Worst
fart.
thing about Spring Yard Zone is all these buzz bombers.
God damn it. There we go. Hey, I finally am Super Tails.
So this thing is this article is as of 2016, and it calls it the Mega Drive outside the U.S. and says that both the Genesis and the Master System still sell about 150,000 units per year in Brazil.
Buttface is gonna smoke me in another race. I cannot believe this.
Reminder, I have only ever beaten this game once.
Well, I only played through it once before I was like, hey, let's race it. And then I never practiced it.
Oh, did you also notice the one amazing thing that this game has that no other Sonic game that I can think of, 2D anyways, Robotnik has a health bar, so you know how many times you need to damage him.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I mean, you know how many times you need to damage him in the other games. It's always 8.
It is always 8, but, you know, if you're not counting, how are you supposed to tell how close you are to killing the boss before you die?
I have to interrupt. Apparently, somehow, gamers in Brazil can play Guitar Hero on the Genesis. There's a port for the Genesis in Brazil for Guitar Hero.
Was it a port or was it a demake? Because I might be familiar with the demake that someone made, like, for original hardware.
Drew Scanlon's Cloth Map explores Brazil's unique video game history. It's 16-bit. It's 16-bit graphics. Want to play downgraded on the original NES?
Now, I don't actually know where I need to go in this zone. This zone is a complete nonsense mess to me.
Labyrinth?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Here we go. This is some.
Why Sonic has an underwater maze level, I will never know. Like, why would you put that in your video game, you spiteful, hateful video game creators?
There's a lot in this one that I'm not really understanding. Like this really doesn't feel. It feels like somebody designed another game and then just added Sonic characters in it and Sonic tropes at the last minute.
No, this is how Sonic 1 was as well. There was an underwater labyrinth.
But I could get Sonic 1 because they were so heavily influenced by Mario and they hadn't really established the genre yet. But even when you're saying this one comes out, they should have already kind of had the hey, let's go fast thing that differentiated it so much. Sonic's a very different game than Mario.
And I'm going to put the controversial statement out there that I think Sonic is more about going slow and methodical and exploring all the nooks and crannies, whereas Mario is about like maintaining your speed and getting through levels as quick as humanly possible.
We have a completely we have a completely different take on or conception of what Sonic games are then. Because slow and methodical is not 2 words I would ever use with a Sonic game.
If you go fast in a Sonic game, you fly off the side of the screen and die. If you go fast in a Mario game, all of your jumps and enemy placements all line up perfectly so that you can maintain that speed.
I'm not arguing with you on the Mario side of it. I don't see... I can't imagine Sonic as a slow and methodical game because that defeats the whole purpose of playing the whole thing of playing Sonic to me. Like, if I want to play a slow and methodical platformer, I would not look for a Sonic genre.
I don't know how you play Sonic if you're going fast. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I say as I'm racing Sonic.
It's a lot easier.
I mean, the game's called Sonic. Like, the whole damn name of it is like, it's not Slow the Hedgehog, or, you know, it's not Slow and Steady wins the race. It's not the hare, not the tortoise.
They once made a Sonic game where the premise was, it's Sonic, but what if Sonic was slow? That game
was that Sonic Spinball?
Labyrinth.
I kind of feel like that's the premise of this game.
That was a boss.
That was an impressive boss fight. That was an impressive boss fight. What if Sonic was a werewolf? I'm sure there has to be a Sonic werewolf. I mean, they've done every other fucking Sonic.
They did. Wasn't that Sonic Unleashed?
Sonic Unleashed. Yep.
He was literally a werewolf.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget, what if Sonic was an Arthurian knight?
Yeah.
Every time I make a joke, y'all tell me, no, that's a game. They did it. Every time I think, surely to God, they
Look,
wouldn't possibly
Sonic
do
is
that.
a medium. He is not a genre.
I do like your blatant Castlevania 3 map ripoffs in this for your with your path markers there.
Oh, dude, I love the map in this. The map in this is great.
Oh, I'm not. I'm being literal. Like I like that. I like it. It's definitely Castlevania 3 ripoff.
Yeah, I wish the other Sonic games had maps like that because
Yeah.
it feels so fun.
Yeah, I wasn't being snarky on that one. I mean, no, I guess I was commenting on it being a ripoff, but still.
If you're gonna rip something off, rip something good off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
So this race is basically already decided unless Buttface screws up.
You've just cursed me. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you literally just gave him the kiss of death there. I mean, one of the rest of us maybe, but Buttface, so that you totally gave him the kiss of death.
Reminder: I only do good at races I have zero plan of being good at.
Oh yeah, and then you end up like winning by like 15 minutes, and then you're like, I always suck at this. I've never been good at it before. I've never done
talking about
this.
the Mario Land 2 race.
Oh god, that one.
We will have to do a second heat of that. I swear.
Yeah, I'm surprised y'all haven't. That's one nobody suggested that because we had enough interest to do a second one. I'd like to see another one. That was a fun race. I was literally just thinking that because both of y'all were in this one.
So the kiss of death that you did give me is I have no idea how this fucking maze level works.
Oh,
Fucking
the
maze
one with the
level.
countdown?
Is there a countdown?
Yeah, there seems the rings you're losing.
No, that's just because I'm Super Tails.
No. There'll be a countdown in like the middle of the screen if he's on the stage I'm talking about.
Oh no, there's no.
No.
The final countdown. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
Shit. So do I close that and then do I?
Probably open that and go around, maybe. And again, a maze level in a Sonic game is like
It's not just a maze level; it's a warping maze level.
that's even
Oh,
worse.
we're on the same level then.
Yeah, I don't know why you thought he had such a lead on you. Like,
Well, he
for
was
what-
definitely ahead of me.
I mean, he is. I mean, it's hard to tell with this level, but I mean, he was ahead of you, but it wasn't by a lot. I mean, if he knew what he was doing, that would be one thing.
That's a big if there, bud.
That's what I said. If he knew what he was doing. Another Twalaporter. So
No,
if
that was
what-
the
if-
same
if-
Twalaporter.
Oh, same Twalaporter.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that worked. I think.
Now, as long as I don't die.
Mm.
Why'd you say that out loud?
Well, because I knew I was at the end.
Oh. You both got a nice amount of lives. Like, I think y'all. So, what do you get if you got all of those Chaos Emeralds from the bonus?
Gets to go
stages?
super.
So you notice how I was invincible in that level and just walking into enemies killed them, and how I had the rings counting down constantly?
Yeah, is that why you got that giant ring at the start of the stage?
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say, because otherwise, like, I feel like y'all really did yourselves a disservice going through those bonus
Now,
stages.
the
Y'all lost a
giant
lot
ring at the
time
beginning
doing
of the
that.
stage is something that this guy decided to add to this vision of his. Because normally in Sonic games they don't just give you the super form at the start like that.
Right. Come on, monkey girl. Get up here.
So Buttface has got his countdown now.
But is it the final count?
I fucking hate that. Fuck this door. I knew it as soon as I walked in. God damn it.
let the dream
That's
get the
bad
best of you.
design. Why?
Fuck.
Do you literally got to sit there and let your time run out?
Yep.
Why is that in the game? That's
Oh,
balls.
there's an even worse one because there's a checkpoint inside the door.
Are you serious?
Oh, this is
If
let
you
Ball
went into
Major
that
take the
one-
lead.
Yeah, that's shit.
If you hit the checkpoint in the trap, I would say just exit and enter the stage
He
again.
did hit the checkpoint.
Because you'll have to game over otherwise.
No, I didn't hit the checkpoint. I hit the free guy.
Oh, okay.
The one mans, the ups, the extra dudes.
That's real shit because that might have actually cost you the game.
I don't care. I am happy that happened. Everything is fine.
I mean, it's still anybody's race.
Yes,
Come on,
indeed.
Buttface.
Anyone can win this now.
Buttface, you need to overcome your polite Canadian programming and embrace the salt. Okay?
Have you not heard me swearing up a storm here already?
I know, but you do it in like the most polite way possible.
I just got very lucky. Sometimes when I double tap for flight, Tails just decides, nah. But that time, I happened to land on a small moving platform.
So that was
sucks,
not
Buttface. You
chasing
lost so
Eggman
much
to
time,
the
man.
end. I mean, it cost me 1 minute.
Yeah, that cost you a lot of time. Like you had a pretty good lead on him.
I was stuck in baby jail.
Sweet. 7-pound 8-ounce baby Jesus gel. Does not have a golden fleece diaper.
Ooh, auto HDR preview for PC available today. That's neat, since my new monitor is HDR. I wonder what I have to do to get it. Oh, I have to be on Windows Insider? Ugh, no thanks.
You know what I will say is I kind of wish I didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds because I'm a little sick of this music.
Yeah, that is the one downside. You can turn it off in the options. That is an option.
If I touch anything on this fresh install of the game, it will shit itself to death.
Dan,
Yes,
get ready.
getting
I
ready.
hate
That just sucks. Like that really sucks. That's a cheap way to lose.
Hey man, I went right in a platformer and it cost me the game.
Is that
If
time?
I'd have had to
That's time.
All right.
If I'd have been playing and that happened to me, you'd have had to cut the stream.
Well, now
Because
here's the
I probably
thing.
would've-
Will this be in under a minute that I have to beat it? You know? Like, I don't think I would have actually won. I wasn't that far ahead.
It would have been very close.
Well, because we
I
will
think you
see
would've won.
exactly.
I think you were far. Unless you just have, unless there's something I'm not seeing that is difficult, I think you would have won without
Well,
that.
we know exactly how much time was on the clock when I walked into baby jail. We can find out in post.
We can science it. Yeah.
I did warn you about those traps at the very beginning of this race.
You did, but
Yeah, but
like that would be requiring me to have a memory.
and it require him to
I do
not.
feel like these traps are pretty cheap, and it's
All right,
a
I'm
horrible
waiting for
way to
time.
race.
It would also require
Is
him to
this,
not be
is this
bad
the
at video
fade out?
games.
I think there's a fade out.
That's
Times when you
yeah.
enter the teleporter.
Yeah,
That's it.
he's
Time
past
over.
time.
No,
I was thinking you said after you chase Eggman and there was a fade out, and I was like, was there a fade out or I don't remember.
I mean that would
Yeah,
have been.
I got really
I was
got really
thinking this
confused.
chase is what it was. I was thinking the
Well-
chase and cutscene. That's what it was when it was a continue. Dang.
Blau Major finished in 39:11. You finished in 40:28. You were ahead of Blau Major when, and you actually finished, I think, a little bit faster than 40:28. But I have a hard
Was it-
time believing you wouldn't have won if you. I mean, you'd had to really screw it up.
Well, I did really screw up, and it cost me.
Well, no, I'm talking about like had you not gone in the trap.
Look at Tails playing the bass. Isn't it cute?
The ending theme for this is such a good medley of all the stages.
Well, this stream certainly was a comedy.
It was good. I had fun.
A comedy,
After all of the technical issues at the start.
a comedy of errors.
Indeed.
Is Error here?
No,
I don't think he is.
Well,
So what do you guys want to do for the rest of the night?
It is only 8:39. Like that's early for
Mario
a
one
racing
race?
tumbling.
are you wanting a what now?
Mario 1 race?
No.
I hadn't played it in forever. I mean, I could. I mean, I could probably beat it. I could probably beat it.
Now, is this a warp or warpless?
Warp. I'm not playing it without
Oh
warp.
man, Buttface didn't even finish according to your listing there.
Yeah, he did.
Red. You
Oh,
got
I
red.
typed
You went
red.
red.
Why did I?
I mean, I guess there's worse things we could do than Mario 1, I suppose. And if people want salt, they definitely get some salt in 8 too. God, I haven't played Mario 1 in forever. I've been meaning to like just do a couple run throughs of it, just to get back used to it.
That was a good race, Buttface.
That was
Wow.
fun. Like I said, I
Why
like
is
this
it
game.
every time I race you, we are so close. You're like my arch nemesis of Let's Racing Time.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what, Blau? If you're wanting to do a quick race, we could just you and
See you,
I
McLean.
try and do a rematch of Mario Land 2.
Mario Land. I'm so out of practice.
I haven't touched it since the race.
I think y'all have to. Yeah, I think y'all have to practice. Like, I
Do you
mean,
want- Do you want
Sorry,
to do a quickie FE or something?
Oh,
Or no,
I
Blau's got a DNF timer tonight.
right?
Actually, I think I might call in tonight anyway.
It's storming bad enough. I wouldn't blame you.
Well, my kid's sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry
I
about
don't,
that.
I don't really want to leave the house all night when he's this sick.
I mean, I could try and just risk it. I mean, worst case scenario, I'd lose my power. So
Well, if you guys want to do,
You know, let me just
free
do something
enterprise, I
casual.
could sit and watch, or I can just scoot out of here.
It
'cause
would
I
be
ain't
nice to
touching
have
that
some
shit.
commentary.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so
What-
what I'm
what
going to
could we
do is I'm
play?
going to
What-
stop this stream. I'm going to end stream, and we're going to relaunch the stream momentarily with whatever we decide to do.
Okay.
So come back in 5 minutes, folks.